Hello and welcome to The Issue. I'm Justin Chenette. This show is all about news, debate, and opinion. Today we're going to kick off our 2007 election coverage with an in-depth report on the Eastern Trail Bond referendum. Joining me today is the president of the Eastern Trail Alliance, John Andrews. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me, Justin. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. Now let's start off with what is the Eastern Trail? Okay,
the Eastern Trail is today largely a vision for a trail from Saco following an old railroad corridor shut down in 1945, believe it or not. It goes to Kittery and it goes to Portland. Our dream is to have this an off-road greenway for recreation, a tourist destination, a transportation corridor so people could commute from here to Hannaford's corporate headquarters in Scarborough. I could go on for quite a while, but it's also part of a trail that goes from Key West, Florida to Calais, Maine, the East Coast Greenway. We are the southern Maine section of that 3,000-mile trail, and I know several people who have biked it, including a lady who had no use of her legs. She was on a tandem bicycle with her husband. They did it in 52 days.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's an incredible concept, and it's happening. We've crossed Scarborough Marsh. We are going to cross the Turnpike with a bridge. And I want to connect Saco, Mountain Academy, with Scarborough Marsh. That piece is currently not funded, and there's a lot of competition for funds to build any part of this trail.
Well, what does the Alliance do in this case?
The Alliance is a group of volunteers. We came together initially in Ocean Park 10 years ago this coming December to see if we could build a trail from Saco to Scarborough Marsh. That part has not been built yet, but we've crossed the marsh. We are people from all walks of life. We have members in California, have members in New York, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. We have people who come to Maine to bike the Eastern Trail from Atlanta, from Annapolis, Maryland, from Washington, D.C. So it's a tourist magnet, and we are the sales force. I am, as president, the chief salesman selling the Eastern Trail to you, and I thank you for inviting me to have an opportunity to explain what this is.
Now, what's actually being proposed to Saco voters?
Okay, to Saco voters, we want to get federal transportation enhancement funds to build the Eastern Trail. Statewide, the state only spends $1 million a year on trails. There's a backlog of $100 million. How do we get the state's attention to build the section from Thornton Academy to Scarborough Marsh? A local bond for $500,000, I am certain, will attract the necessary 1.3, 1.4 additional funds from the Maine Department of Transportation to build the trail. So we're asking Saco voters to endorse the concept, to put up some seed money, and we can't spend the seed money until DOT provides its share. It'll sit there unspent until we get it all.
Okay. Now, can you talk about the cities involved other than Saco?
Okay. Back in the very beginning, back as we were formed, we looked for an organization to manage the trail. A group of volunteers led by me is not qualified by federal regulations to accept $1.5 million. And we shouldn't be. It's a good federal regulation. So we asked the Department of Transportation, the Department of Conservation, National Park Service, and others, would they manage this trail development? And none were appropriate, so we approached the 12 towns from Kittery, Elliott, South Berwick, North Berwick, Wells, Kennebunk, Arundel, Biddeford, Saco, Old Orchard, Scarborough, and Southport, and a preposterous request. Would you form a brand new organization to manage trail construction? Within 6 months, every one of those municipalities endorsed it and agreed to pay dues
Wow.
of $2,500 a year at the beginning. It has never happened in the history of our country. So,
What an initiative.
it was scary. The support for this vision has just been overwhelming. I could go on, but let me stop.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate for a second, okay? Now, it's my understanding of the referendum that it will cost Saco taxpayers an estimated $500,000. Also,
Right.
a matching relatively over $1 million from the state, correct? Okay. Now, with the total cost already around $1.5 million for the trail, and being that Maine is one of the most taxed states in the country, do you think that the allocation of those funds is fiscally responsible? Could there be other more pressing things to focus on that's supposedly more important than trails?
It's a very good question. The benefits from a trail like this are real estate property values near a trail go up 5 to 10%.
Okay.
The city will probably get all that money back rather quickly in increased real estate taxes and increased property values. The industrial park, I am a retired electronics engineer. I visited industrial parks all over Europe and North America. The best industrial parks are those that attract the outdoor-oriented bicycle commuters and the people who want to hike and cross-country ski in the noon hour. And this will offer a connection from the Millbrook Industrial Park, the industrial park across Route 1, to people who want to be able to bicycle, cross-country ski to work. And this is, has great economic benefit to the community and to the companies that are located there. The health benefits, obesity and bad lifestyle are the number 2 cause of preventable deaths. Too many people watching television, sorry, too many people sitting at their television sets and their PCs. This gives families a chance to get outdoors right here in town, to go for a walk. The senior citizens will be major beneficiaries to have a safe place to walk for as far or as little as they wish. And Thornton Academy board has agreed to allow people to park here. I think Thornton Academy is wonderful for doing that.
Now, how confident are you that this bond referendum will pass?
Last year we had a bond, as you may know.
Right.
It got 47% affirmative support, and we were so overconfident we didn't work hard enough. We worked very hard in 2001 to pass the Saco's open space bond. It was approved by a 3-to-1 margin.
Wow.
That's why we didn't work very hard last year.
Right.
I thank you for inviting me. We're working harder this year.
More community involvement, more
just
outreach.
getting the word out. What are the benefits? One of the counselors, Chris Jakes, said, John, we didn't understand what you were trying to accomplish in 2006. I think it's pretty crystal clear what we hope to accomplish to connect Thornton Academy to Scarborough Marsh and beyond.
Right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I hope that the voters will support this. It'll make it a wonderful community. It'll be even better than it is. The Thornton Academy students will have access to it. The cross-country team can run on it and stay off the streets and sidewalks I see them running on. I thank you for inviting me. You've got a great program.
Thank you.
And have a good day.
You too. Well, thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you.
I'd like to extend an invitation to you. We actually have a 2-hour live election results show on election night, starting at 7. So if you can sneak by and stop in to say hi to us, and that would be great.
I would be crazy not to.
And thank you for watching, those of you at home. See you right back here next time.